We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Wilson on first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
He's like never ending.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McDonald. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
That one was just most of it on there, I think, because everything was
And he'll
just
give it here to his running
Yeah.
back. Well,
I'm in here, Ryan.
They see you here yet?
Yeah.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, that 2nd and goal, the end zone beckons, it looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the hole closes quickly here. They can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard
Close
on
to
the
it. She
pickup there.
definitely be first period.
Let's hear that defense saying, go ahead, go for it. Try it. Try it.
She about
You
to
see
be
that swagger out there,
scored.
don't you? You see him saying, yeah, go ahead and give it one more shot. But I think if you're the head coach in this situation,
Will she
you have the
potentially
ball,
put
just tip your cap to the guy on the other side and say, okay, you got me this time. Kick the field goal. We'll see the rest of the game.
Well, if they would go for it and not get it, though, the other offense would have a long way to go in the other direction.
Yeah, Ryan, move. I'm trying to do something, please, okay? Scoot over, please.
That was real.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up at the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 on a jet touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Second and 3. He finds his man, complete. It's Dean. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw here. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that 1st quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball. And now it's back to a 10-3 game.
Takes it at the 7. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Jets. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna and Wonsu got the sack there.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They'll set up a throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Shreds the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Cardinals will take over here just shy of the 30. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it in.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Wilson will throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. Second and 20. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, Wilson. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the... And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Second and 2. And this is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Cardinals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. They'll get this off to Taylor. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
They'll give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it, and 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
He's letting it fly for Cooks, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
I don't know what's up with Madden, but it won't let me select anything.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charlie. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Franklin Myers in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
It's doing it again, man. My bad.